There are so many of you coming into deeper layers of your heart expanding and your heart opening. And it feels really, really good. So, if you're here, I trust that you're definitely a person who has been working on coming back into your heart, feeling your heart again, healing your heart. And you've probably the last couple months have really spent a lot of time on coming back into your heart, releasing past traumas, past hurt, and letting go of the walls that you have built around your heart, which ultimately kept you separate from receiving the love that you desire. And you have come into a realization of that. And this is something that I have been through as well. It's like, I know I built walls around my heart from so many things in the past, a lot of betrayals from many different people. And yeah, you probably have a very, very similar kind of story where you've had a lot of betrayals. Um, it's almost like you got to the point of like not really trusting anybody, like people, not trusting people at all. It's almost like you had an easier time connecting with animals because, again, animals never betrayed, they always showed unconditional love, right? But yeah, something I came into an awareness of was that me blocking and shielding my heart from others in order to protect myself, ultimately, I was also just blocking myself from receiving love, not realizing that love actually can come to you just being. And I know how that sounds because a previous version of myself would have been like, what are you talking about? You get love from the outside, you get love from people, you get love from animals or whatever, right? I never really understood or ever felt like the love that we can feel from within, and that comes from source. It's a different type of love. And when I realized that all these shields I had to protect myself from others, it was also blocking receiving love from myself, from the divine. And I remember I had this realization a few months ago. And when I was like, wait a minute, I have been the one blocking myself from just receiving any type of love from anything, from myself, from others, it doesn't matter. And when I had that realization, my heart just blasted open because I took down the shields and I experienced the most amount of love I have ever experienced. And it was beautiful. And I feel like you are coming into that same realization. You are realizing that what are you blocking? Like, what are you shielding yourself from? You know, like all these walls that you have built up has blocked you from just feeling love just because, like, sitting in your own energy of love, right? And yeah, I feel like a lot of you are realizing that, and a lot of you have done a lot of work in healing your heart, feeling your heart, reconnecting with your heart, experiencing that love again with yourself and with the divine, because that is a safe connection. That is a connection that cannot be betrayed. And it's almost like you are, yeah, this is your original blueprint. like you came into this planet, this realm, with this amount of love. And what I'm understanding, it's like you are a very loving kid. And the amount of love that you felt, you were always giving that to others. You were always poor, like you were you were the definition of unconditional love. It's just unfortunately you went through, your own traumas and just all the pain that you had to go through, because from what I'm understanding, and again, if you're here, I trust that this is for you. You definitely came here to, help shift the world into a new state of being. But in order to do that, you do have to understand the pain that many people live in, the pain that many people live in, um, so that you can help transmute that, right? Because you have transmuted your own pain and trauma, and you know how scary and how difficult that is. So it's like you're a space holder, and you're definitely a healer where you can help heal others to transmute their own pain, right? So like the only way to actually do that and to understand, you had to go through your own pain and your own suffering and your own trauma, where you had to block your heart in order to reopen it again, to first be an example that that is possible to do so, and second, to show people how to do that. So that is part of your work in whatever way, shape, or form. You know intuitively how you'll be helping people through that. But anyway, kind of going back into you now, because it's interesting, because this message has been very consistent in the weekly updates, the last two weekly updates that I've done about like coming into deeper layers of your heart, opening your heart, experiencing more heart like expansion and love, receiving love. um that definitely came in the last two weekly updates, and I also feel like for August update, I think, pretty sure I did tune into that as well. And yeah, I was guided today to talk more about this because I myself also am experiencing this, and it's very like unexpected. So I do want to say that yes, you have been doing this work. Yes, you have been reconnecting with your heart. But the way that this like love and this expansion comes to you, it's not expected. It's not like you're sitting there and you're like, all right, today I'm gonna like blast my heart open and expand and receive love. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it could be easier, but from my experience and from my understanding, when you send out the intention, it doesn't always come immediately back to you. For me, it always has happened very unexpectedly. Like, yes, I send out the intention. Yes, I connect with my heart. Yes, this is a priority to reconnect with myself and my center and my heart. Um, but that doesn't mean that in that very moment is when I experience these things. It's always later on when I don't expect it. It just comes to me, and it can come to me just like randomly, or like I'll hear something or I'll see something and then it opens. And this is from my understanding that it's like that's also how you are experiencing these new levels of heart expansion and these waves of love. And what I'm understanding now, it's like this is actually healing you. Yeah. Yeah, this is healing you on multiple levels. You don't need to be even aware of this. This is healing you and certain things within yourself so that you can become this anchor for other people down the line. You first have to go through your own recalibration, and that is what you're experiencing now. And again, like, these things don't happen just like overnight and you're done, you know? Like, truly awakening and raising your vibration and even changes, like, they don't happen just like that, you know? We need time in our physical bodies to actually integrate these like downloads, these expansions, these like waves of energy coming through us. We need time to integrate that in our physical bodies. Like, in our energetic bodies, obviously that works differently, but again, these are physical bodies, and it's more dense, it's slower, and it needs time to integrate whatever you're going through, your different expansions, your different realizations, your downloads. It needs time to reorganize itself and recalibrate itself so that you're ready for, like, it's giving me the example of I know this can be annoying. I mean, I get annoyed with it sometimes, like how many times you have to um like update your phone. And you know what I'm talking about, especially with iPhones. I'm not sure with Android, but I would think it's the same. You like update the phone, it goes through its update, and then like a week or month or whatever later, you're like, man, there's another update. And you know, like, sometimes like, how many? But wow, that literally is what it is. It's like, yeah, you're updating your system, and it's like, okay, cool, it's integrated this new update, now it needs a different update, right? So yeah, like, what I'm under, like, there's multiple things that is happening with this like heart expansion that you're receiving. So like I said, first and foremost, it is like updating and upgrading your system. You're recalibrating, you're becoming a new version of yourself, a more healed version of yourself. And again, healing happens in bite sizes and integrations, right? So this makes sense if it has been like a couple of months of really coming back into your heart, of opening your heart, of feeling the expansion. It's not a one time thing. I'm sorry. If you're someone who's like, no, I sat on a mountain, on a hill, and then all of a sudden my heart blasted open, now I'm done. No, you're not. You just, that was your first initiation to it. And I know it can feel like, okay, that's it, I'm done, but you're not. Like, there's so many levels to this, just like there's so many levels of surrender. And that's just being also humble and realizing that, like, we're just on a journey, and that's fine. Some people are further along in their journey and some are not. That's fine. But yeah, so getting upgrades in your system, healing your system, and it is making, there's something about creativity here, guys. You coming back into your heart and into your original blueprint, you there is this creative side that is reactivating in you. And it really could be like you're picking up new creative interests, and you're like pouring yourself into that, and that's great. If this is happening to you guys, continue. I don't care how your creativity looks like, because I get it, in the beginning when you're creating something, it might not look like you want it to, but that's fine. Keep going with it, because from my understanding is that this is continuing to expand your heart. And whenever you get these downloads, it helps to integrate these things faster, because when you are being creative, you go into a creative flow where you just allow your body to do what it needs without judgment, right? You're you're in the flow of creation, whether that's singing, dancing, painting, whatever your creative expression is, right? So yeah, the downloads, the creativity, and love. And love. Again, remember, if you've been with me and you've been watching, I have been talking about this like next level love. And there is a separate message I want to talk about with this love, but I feel like that'll be a different video. Um, but yeah, there is like a higher love coming in for you, especially if you have been healing your heart. Like, whew, this is definitely going to be a love you have never experienced, because it's literally going to be with a more healed, evolved, expanded version of yourself, which you've never been, because before you're always blocked within the relationships that you were in before. You entered those relationships with a blocked heart. So you only would like allow maybe some of that love in, but it was never to, it never like, yeah, you never really like fully opened the gates to your heart to fully let it in. So again, because we usually attract someone to mirror what we're experiencing, you're just attracting people who also couldn't like be with you with an open heart. They had their hearts closed down, and both of you are mirroring each other, and which is why the relationship felt comfortable, right? Because it's like, you're like, well, I'm only going to let 5% of this love in, and that person was like, yeah, I'm only going to let 5% of this love in. I'm only going to give you 5% of this love, and that person was like, yeah, I'm also going to give you 5%. So it was a very comfortable thing, because both of you are mirroring each other in a sense of like how much love you're going to give and receive. Because obviously, a person who has a very expanded and open heart, that would have scared you. Like, you could not meet that kind of person, because that person also was operating on a different wavelength, right? They were obviously going to expect someone to be giving them that same amount, right? But because you are going through your heart healing, and again, you are getting these heart expansions and heart openings and downloads and everything, like, you are attracting a different kind of love in. So there's so many things that are happening with this heart expansion, and it's such a beautiful thing. Like, I'm sure, and let me know down below if you have the last 2 or 3 weeks have been experiencing your heart opening, your heart expanding, you like getting waves of love. And it literally could be like you're not really doing much, and it just like bam, you get hit. Or it could be like you hear a song, and for whatever reason that song is activating your heart chakra and it's like blasting open. Or it could be when you're out in nature or being creative. Like, everyone has their different experiences, but yeah, what I'm also getting with this, it's like you're being way more, you're like being way more compassionate, but your empathy is also heightened. Your empathy is also heightened. So again, this is like coming back into your original blueprint, because you were a very empathetic child when you were younger. And it could have been like people would tell you like, why are you so sensitive, right? And sensitivity is a good thing. It's a good thing. And you are coming back into that realization of sensitivity is a good thing. I'm glad I'm sensitive, right? Because you can feel into energy, you can feel into other things, and it can help you to navigate this world and your life, right? So yeah, that is also coming back to you, and you could be experiencing that the last couple of weeks of like heightened sensitivity, heightened like empathy, and also compassion. And all of this is due to your heart blossoming open. And it truly is like, I just see like a closed bud, which represented your closed heart. And when you started your healing work, it's like the one petal, opens and the other one opens. And it's very slow, and like it takes time for that one petal to fully open and come into its like full blossom. And then once that opens, and another one, so like you're in the midst of that. Like a couple of petals have already opened, and it's like it's continuous. It's not like this is a 5-petaled flower. There's like tons of petals on this flower, and they haven't fully all opened, which is a good thing because you haven't come into like the fullest expression of that love yet. And that's a great thing. There's more to it. Again, remember, you're integrating this. You're integrating all these waves of love and coming back into your original blueprint. Because again, if you have lived so many years in a shielded way, again, it's not just going to happen overnight, guys. It really is not. Like, you're not just going to, all right, my gates are open, bam, I'm back. No, that's not how it happens. It took time for you to close it down and put multiple layered brick walls around your heart. Like, it's gonna take some time, but the beautiful thing is you're already starting to experience this. And if you're already starting to experience this, you're gonna continue this more because you are willing to open back up fully, right? And so, like, yeah, basically this beautiful flower is just gonna keep opening and expanding. And oh, it's just, I really feel like, again, if you're here, I really do trust, like, you're entering a completely different timeline, a completely different era and chapter of your life, where it's going to be filled with so much love, beauty, happiness, and joy. And it's like, get ready, because your heart opening is going to lead to so many blessings that, like, get ready, because from my understanding, it's like you can't even fathom all of it. Like, all your desires that are for your highest good, for your highest timeline, are honestly coming in. And some of them you do know about because you set the intention, but some of them I actually feel like, get ready, because life is about to surprise you in the most beautiful way. And I feel like for some of you, this actually started to happen. Like, you got the little door that started to crack open. There might have been like an opportunity that has come in, that it it's starting you on this new path now. And if it hasn't happened for you yet, don't worry, it's coming. It is coming. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this here because this feels complete, and this feels like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like, even for me, like, just talking about this topic, my heart just feels open right now and like more expansive. And I've literally been experiencing that for the last couple weeks, last couple months, but like, again, this comes in waves, right? So I'm experiencing a new wave the last couple weeks, and it's just been juicy. Been so juicy, and it feels so good to live from a healing heart, from a heart that is no longer scared to be open. It feels really, really good. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to end this here. I'm sending you so much love, and please let me know how this resonated with you. Like, if you're experiencing this, please let me know, because I just think this is a very, very beautiful thing that is happening for some of you, and it's worth it. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, I'm going to leave this here. As always, I have my tip jar and my offerings and my services down in the description box below. So if you're interested, please feel free to look in the description box. And yeah, other than that, let me know how this resonated, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.